Hello. We're going to try a little something different. I'm going to try and do some camera down video just to show some stuff off. It's been something I've been meaning to do, and I finally got a little setup for it. This is not a great. I got a tripod for it. The setup is terrible right now. It's like I'm not going to keep doing it exactly like this. I don't think. It just seems crazy. Like there's all these. It's like all these like metal things around me, just towering over me, watching what I'm doing. It's so weird. Anyhow, we're gonna look at what is a really cool gaming product put out by Goodman Games for Dungeon Crawl Classics, and it's the Chained Coffin. And this was a setting book, an adventure, highly inspired by the Silver John series, among other things, by Manly Wade Wellman. But that's probably one of the principal inspirations for this. So here we have the box. I think you can still get this set as a PDF. I don't know if they've reprinted in this. I just don't know what they've reprinted. So yeah, here it says mini campaign setting with 3 adventures and a spinning wheel puzzle. And it was done by Michael Curtis. Michael Curtis is probably best known for a mega dungeon that he made. One of the earlier mega dungeons for the OSR community. That was all this really in a certain grid, right? Really kind of a neat idea. He did some really creative stuff, especially in the back half of that. Although we have never played all the way through it, but I like that it has like a fixed map, almost like if you remember the game Wizardry, right? The map always had to exist in this fixed number of spaces on a grid. It was a similar mentality. And then what's great also about that mega dungeon is that you get basically your map on one page for that level, and then a key for every room on the other page. So you can just have the book open to one set of pages and play it. So that's probably not the only thing he's known for. I think he might have had the Dungeon Alphabet, might have also been his. So he is storied in the history of making cool gaming products, and he made this one a somewhat coveted setting. I don't really know why it hasn't been reissued if it hasn't, but I think you can still get the PDF. So here we have this gorgeous cover. I do not remember who did this cover, but we'll probably find out. Okay. We're going to probably find out as we go along. Here's the box. I'm gonna do the old tilt and pull. Right there we go. Pull out these products so we can get them out of the box. And I'm reluctant to show the map only because you might want to play this. So there's that. But this map I can show. This is just now. So being somebody who gets to play a lot of RPGs, you can appreciate a good map. And for a black and white map, this is just a very fun, exciting, flavorful, sort of whimsical map that I just absolutely love. It's just so well done. Just such a good hex crawl map, right? Here it's the Shutter Mountains. We get this like troll or something right here. I love that. It's great. It looks like a little illustration here too, like of some kind of a face. Am I in I don't know if I'm in camera, so these little illustrations are just so good, right? I just love it. So this is this map, but I think it's okay to show this. I hope so. Well, if you are going to play in this, don't cheat. If you decide to play this, don't cheat. So here, let's go to let's see. Yeah, so the star of this collection, or the main book, is this glossy covered Dungeon Crawl Classics, the Chained Coffin, number 83 in the DCC Adventure Series, level 5 adventure. Here we get some little photos of the foes we're going to be fighting, featuring Paul Biggity, Maul Biggity, and the Rat King, with a bonus adventure in the Rat King's River of Death by Steve Bean. Sorry, not Stephen. Oh, we got some invading material here. All right. Open it up, and I think this is the titular wheel puzzle. This is one format of it. I think that there's a thing you can cut out or something, like I would do that, but you could photocopy it and cut it out. I don't think this is it. I think that it occurs elsewhere. Right, and here we are, the Chained Coffin. I think this is Stepan. Let's see. Cover art and cartography is by Doug Kovacs. Interior art is Doug Kovacs and Stephen Pogg. Yeah, this is and Mike Wilson. This is I think this is a Pogg. I think we can look for it. Well, we'll spend all day looking for all the signatures on this. Hoopsie dopesy. Now, okay, little interruption there. So you can spend all day trying to find the artists in some of these, but those are the three main artists. All right, so here we are. We got an introduction and background, encounter tables, starting adventure. We're just kind of flipping through this. I have not run this adventure. But it looks great. Journey to the mountains, right? Of course, we're already sort of summoning up that Silver John stuff here with the event Music in the Mountains, the Rumors in the Shutter Mountains. Very great evocative art piece, right? The Chained Coffin. The Chained Coffin. We get our rumor table. Random encounters for the Shutter Mountains. Deep Hollows. Event 2, Wind in the Night. Good use of evoking those Wellman and similar sort of weird fiction titles, right? Great. Yeah, I really kind of like this illustration. I like that you've got this sort of like an old Scratch type thing kind of going on here. I do not know what we can. Well, here it looks like we're calling him without. Well, there's some stats there. Okay. Old Black Cloak, right? As Old Scratch, referring to the devil, right? That was a thing from those, who was it? Like Washington Irving, right? Old Scratch, isn't that a Washington Irving thing, right? Anyway, yeah, but I love this because we're getting that same sort of stuff, that same idea, right? Of this, this evil man who might be the devil, right? Who wants to take your soul or something like that, right? Very, very much in the theme of, the Silver John stories. And of course we still have this sort of fantasy thing. We've got a halfling right here, and it looks like some sort of human sorceress, and then a cleric or a fighter there in the background. Great, kind of a great mixture of like medieval fantasy and like turn of the century Appalachian sort of weird fiction. Here's a fantastic image here. Paul Biggity knocks the ghost out of the cloister, out of the Crowlister, the improbable, while I don't even know. OHLS. Why do you make Olsonovic meets his doom at the hands of the band? Great stuff. Oh, okay, Olsonovic must be this wizard. Yes. So, just super weird, right? Look at this. You got somebody casting a spell and like shooting snakes at him. Great. What a great idea for a spell. Yeah, the iconic sort of DCC characters, right? The fighter, this sorceress, and there's, I think, is there 3 of them always? I can never remember. Is it? Well, it's on the cover. Never mind. Flip them back. So, more text, more in the adventure, talking about different locations. Right? Love this little illustration here. Just love that troll or whatever he is coming out of the door there. Just great. It's kind of like a King Kong sort of, illusion almost, right? Wonderful stuff. Okay, we move on. Talks about the end of the adventure. Has a time tracker. It's such a great little thing to have, right? To have these little these tools or something for your adventure. Those are really nice. Oh yeah, look at these. And here's a sort of a repeat of that mountain and of the cabin and the dungeon, and that essentially taking the place of a dungeon. This cabin is sort of forming that. All right, here's some more stuff. Yeah, what a nice, really fun thing to look at. Gives the GM something to look at, or whatever we call the GM in Dungeon Crawl Classics. I don't remember. There's always a different name. It's always always something different, right? It's not the GM. It's not the DM. It's the judge. It's whatever. It's always like, just call them a GM, right? You don't have to put your spin on it, but everybody does. It's okay. Maybe people love that. People might love it. Who am I to say? Right, here we go. We get some more here. Are these rat raises? The Rat King's River of Death. Yes. Okay, we've got, looks like a rat corpse there with some treasure. Yeah. Liking it. Nothing on the other page. Oh, this is a nice pic. Yeah, look at this. He's got some giant rats. This guy's, I guess he's enslaved by the Rat King or something, doing something, some craziness going on here. I'm loving it. I got it. Is that a human on the wheel? I can't tell if it's a human or a rat on this giant wheel. It's a rat. There's a tail. There's a tail. It's a rat. It's a rat. Oh, we get some great like handout illustrations. Look at that guy. Whew. I love it. Love it. That's DK, so that was Kovac? Yep, it was him. Here he is again. Yeah, really good. Those are good. It's so nice to be able to show your players something when you run into something. You know, those little images that it's so evocative, right? If you ever played a game like that where you're kind of going along and then he's like, wait a minute, I got a picture I got to show you guys. And you're like, ooh. What is that? There's a classic adventure. I still have it. Somebody, when I was in middle school, somebody was like getting rid of their stuff and he's like, here, you want this? It was the hidden shrine, the hidden shrine of it's Tomakani. I can't remember how to say it. But it's like a South American adventure. And that, first of all, that has one of the coolest dungeon maps ever. I'm going to hands down say that's one of the best, most fun to look at dungeon maps ever. It's very sprawling and long, ridiculously trapped at some points, right? Like really getting to you. And it's got all these great like handouts, right? Like pictures to show, like, well, here's what you see. And it's so much fun. I remember when we played that. I played that with my kids. I ran it for them. It was so much fun. They were like, ooh, look at that, right? Of course, you were supposed to look at those illustrations and figure something out based on that illustration, right? That was what's the one that where you had to really look at it. The Gygax high level one. I can't remember what it's called. It's all right. It's all right. Here's the Chained Coffin itself. Fantastic. Right, and here's that sort of core group, the band, I think they call them. Yeah, right. Your thief, your fighter, your wizard, and I'm gonna guess cleric. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't like highly follow the Dungeon Crawl Classic stuff, so I can't say. And here it says in the back, we get a little more information. A whispered voice calls from the coffin bound in chains, urging the heroes into the depths of Shutter Mountain, a place rife with superstition and forlorn secrets. In the shadowy pine-grown valleys of the deep hollows lurk mysteries of a bygone era, and a new evil emerging from the ruins of the past. The adventurers must plumb the mountains secluded reaches to root. The mountains seclude and reaches to root. Out of this rising terror before its power comes to fruition. Standing in their path are the crackling witches, subtle devils, lingering spirits, and a foul thing that moves in the night. Can the heroes appease that which lies within the chained coffin and thwart the dawn of a new terrible age? Yeah, very cool, very evocative, great stuff. Here we have the Chained Coffin companion. So this is something. It looks like it's got just some more stuff like bestiaries, stuff that didn't fit in with the main book there. Right. Talks a little bit about the old time religion of it. Curses, how the curse manifest, folk magic in the hills, old and ancient songs here. Old songs. Yeah, just going through. We got this great, I'm sure you've seen this image first, so yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. This is Stephen Pogg, I think. Yeah, there he's got, right on the guy's helmet. Look at this guy's face. I love it. Yeah, what a cool monster, right? Oh, yeah, that's awesome. And I love that it's like, not only is this a cool picture, right, and all the stuff going on, but then I love that you can feel that it's sort of set in that Appalachian setting, right? The moon and the stars. I don't know. It really just seems to really add something, right? I guess she's having a bad time. I don't know. Look at this great border work that's going on here. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Look at this guy. Look at him. Don't you love it? Look at that guy. Isn't that something you want to feel like, oh, I want to fight? You like when you're a character, you kind of like, oh, I want to fight. You get excited because you see a cool monster, like, oh, cool, we get to fight that. It's just neat. it's cool to encounter it, right? You don't know what's going to happen. It's just, I don't know. There's some great energy there. Look at that guy. Look at this stuff. I love the kind of like crazy eyes, and it's like, are you going to come over here? You want to pet me? Oh, look at that. Isn't that so cool? I don't know what specific creature this is. Looks bat-like or something. I'm not sure what it is. It's great. I love it. I love it. Yeah, look at this. And I love too this sort of tradition of like showing the heroes losing, right? And when they fight these monsters, it's just so good, right? What better way to kind of get that is a great way to kind of get your players sort of like into it. Be like, oh, look at this monster, and these guys encountered the monster and it got them. It's just cool. Like, ooh, here's another great cover. Another great cover. Look at this. So good. Very evocative. Very Sour Spring Hollow. The Hob Farm. Oh yeah, the Hobs, right? That's the those are our, I think they're hill giants or something. Like hillbilly hill giants. Should love that. Isn't that so cool? Hillbilly hill giants. Yeah. Hillbilly, yeah. Yeah. I'm talking about I'll learn how to do this one day. Here we are again. This is just text, right? I'm not gonna read it to you, all of it. Here we go. This guy's got some crazy like voodoo dolls or something going on. Loving it. Here we got a map of the Hob Farm. So cool. Almanac of the Shadow Mountain. That's great. I like this. Look at the river going up through here. So cool. So cool. Okay, let's talk about the introduction here. Curtis talking about things. Somewhere in here he does give credit to Manly Wade Wellman. I think it's in small. Right, nothing, just the other page is just text here. Yeah, I think I don't. I think I missed a page. Yeah, just some great stuff here. I'm sorry, I might be not showing every page, but it's if it's just text, without really saying a whole lot. I guess I'm learning. Removing demi-humans from the Shadow Mountains. Well, that's kind of, yeah. Well, here it's, yeah, the Shadow Mountain, here it even says right here, the Shadow Mountains were strongly influenced by the Silver John stories of Manly Wade Wellman. Yeah, and it just talks about how you can kind of make it a human-only campaign, and how that might be a little more fitting, and I think that's probably a good idea. In that case. Although, as that one illustration showed, it could be pretty cool to have halflings and stuff too, right? What are hillbilly halflings, whatever. Seems great. Look at this guy's face. Oh, man, that's great. Of course, this is keyed, so don't be looking at this if you're going to be playing in it. The Woeful Caves under Yander Mountain. Oh, this is the back page. Hold on, let me flip that over. Okay. Yeah, it talks about some background, starting the Woeful Caves. Spelunking in the Shadow Mountains. You go in a cave in D&D, or any variety. I say D&D. D&D is like a generic term for fantasy role-playing, honestly. I know, it's like the Kleenex of... Is that a good thing to say? It's like the Kleenex of role-playing. It's like the brand that identifies almost the game. Right, especially for fantasy. But so anytime you go in a cave in those fantasy RPGs, right, you're hoping to encounter some giant spiders so you could smush them, right? Get all that pent up terror out of you when you smush them spiders. Right, those spiders aren't really that bad. That's it. We have them in the back of the box here, kind of repeating what we saw on the front of here. Great. Thanks very much. This is just sort of an experiment. Let's try this out. Hopefully the audio will work out. Yeah, I want to do this with a couple other things. Maybe try and do this on a somewhat more regular basis. I have so much gaming stuff. And it's just something easy to do that could be cool. Just chill, right? Just trying to be chill with it. So, thanks very much. Like and subscribe helps. Let me know what you think about this. I mean, what I can do to improve, right? I'm sure there's lots. I'm not mic'd up. We're trying... I got this camera and my actual phone, which I put up here, because before when it was looked pretty good, it was down here. I'm killing the camera. Well, I'll fix it in post. I don't know what this takes to edit, That's the one thing. It's like, this might be easy, but what does it take to edit it? But I had to put it up because otherwise it was like right here. It was like right in front of me. And I was like, then I'm like, I don't know if I want my phone. They always say don't put your phone on TV, on the internet. Don't put, like, show your phone screen or something. I guess because something can come up. People are like, they hack your phone. I don't know what they do. I don't know. There's probably good reasons. It's a good reason. It's a good practice, right? In general, it's a good practice. That's it. Thanks very much. Bye.